When you first start in business, it can be a crazy and overwhelming, exciting ride. Am I right? I remember the little butterflies I got in my stomach when I first opened my business. But with that, there are so many things that we need to be thinking about to just open the doors to our business. Today, I want to share with you 3 areas that you might have forgotten about because you've been too focused on the service that you are providing. So I want to talk about these 3 things and help set you up on the right path. If you've already opened your business, these are going to be 3 great reminders to bring you back to make sure that they're set up so that everything else flows easily. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Rise of the Beauty CEO. I'm Jessica, your host. An ex-salon owner, a multiple 6-figure business, I take you through the life cycle of buying, growing, and selling a beauty business today. I talk about real strategies to grow your business, helping you remove the overwhelm, bring you to a place of excitement for the balance of your business and your life. We talk about the real issues we go through as we step into the role of being the beauty CEO with strategies to build their foundations, moving you from full-time employee to full-time CEO and everything in between. Sit down, grab a coffee, grab a pen and paper, and let's get you inspired. When we're working for ourselves, it can get really confusing on where to focus our time. I know I felt overwhelmed being pulled in different directions, not knowing where I should be focusing my time when I first started my business. But once I got into the swing of things, I found it so much easier to know where I should be focusing my time and what really needed to be done right there and then to be able to gently grow my business to the next stage. And I want to say gently because it wasn't a race. I wasn't competing against anyone else in my industry or even in my area. All I focused on was how I was going and what I wanted to do with my business. Because I'm a really big advocate that as young women, as mothers, we really need to stop comparing ourselves to other people and really focus on what it is that we want in our life, because I used my business as a tool to be able to create the life that I actually wanted. And I know that sounds so cliche, but really it was. I did a post today on my social media showing me at my swimming school with my child and talking about how thankful I was that I actually had the guts to be able to build a business, to be able to run my life around my business, because I always wanted to be there for my children when they needed me, including swimming lessons for the first time at school. So I thanked my former self, my younger self, for having the guts to go after my dreams and actually build the business that I wanted. And I wouldn't have been able to do that without this very important first step that most people don't talk about, and that is self-development. This topic gets skipped out a lot because it's not sexy. It's not what makes you massive amounts of money. It's not what people want to hear when they're stuck in the rut of how do I grow my business? Why aren't my staff listening to me? How do I get more clients? Self-development is actually the key to everything else. And once you slow down and you start focusing on what it is that you want, what it is that you are stopping yourself from believing and being able to do, that is when the doors start to open up. I've been going really deep with my self-care at the moment and my self-development because I can feel a shift coming on in my own life as I move from one season to the next. I've recently stopped breastfeeding my baby and I'm realizing now I've got a little bit more freedom. And with that comes self-doubt and questions about where it is that I want to go from this point onwards. And as I look back through my growth of my early 20s into my late 30s, the biggest growth in my business didn't actually happen when I put a magic formula into place. It actually happened when I started to explore the needs and the wants that I wanted for my business and for my life, and being open to trusting myself and wanting to play with different opportunities that were consistently falling into my lap, and also opportunities that I was creating for myself, because once I started to realize what blocks I had and my self-development patterns of why I did things, I actually then started to step out of the box and make opportunities for myself and put myself out there And then that is when the business would get a peak in something, when I wanted to play, when I wanted to have some fun, when I wanted to see what the possibilities were if I went down this track. And that is because I had my foundations set in place early on that I was able to then develop into the CEO of my business. I had the courage to be able to go, okay, what is it next that I really wanted to do? I started to explore what it was that I personally was capable of. And I started to learn more about why I did things and then how they affected me in my life and also in my business. Once I started to allow myself the freedom to explore my own wants for the business, that is when I started to focus on the new strategies to build the business, because I took the pressure off of always having to have everything perfect the first go. Because it's just not reality that you're going to launch something into this world, whether it be a new service, a new product, a new business, going out on your own. It's not going to be perfect straight away. The magic comes when you're playing and you're allowing yourself to grow into whatever this business holds for you. And that is why self-development is so important. We have to let ourselves learn from the experiences that we're going through. We have to learn to trust ourselves, and then we have to learn to trust other people to be able to help us get to the next step. Now, for those that actually want real tangible strategies to be able to put into place, my next one is something that you would be into, and that is irresistible offers. Focusing on what it is that your current clients want, because if you have current clients and they are your ideal client, answering their problems and listening to their concerns of what is going on in their life is then going to be able to give you ideas to make irresistible offers. Listening to your clients, looking at what results they are after, and then creating the solution within a package or a product. This is how an irresistible offer is made. What are their struggles and what are the transformations that they are after that you can provide them? So getting out a piece of paper and a pen, going old school, or if you're the new techie girl like myself, you can get out your digital planner and have 2 columns. What is it that your clients are saying to you right now that they're struggling with? Write down as many things as you can think of, and then with your solution, write down on the other column what the transformation is going to be with your offer. Whether that is how many treatments they're going to need, what sort of home care they're going to want. That is where you start to build your package, and that is where you start to promote that package. And that leads me perfectly into my 3rd tip of where to focus your time at the start to be able to lay the foundations down in your business. And that is lead generation system. What are you using for a lead generator? Posting on social media is not going to get you your 20 new clients a month or whatever it is that you're needing. There needs to be a real system in place to be able to get your leads from point A to point B. Last week, I talked about my CEOM system, which is where I focused all my energy to grow my business, focusing on those key points, which are connection, engagement, making the offer, and then maintaining my customers. And that is where this lead generation system comes into play. Because once you've got that set up, you don't really have to do it again. You can tweak it, you can test things to see how they go. But having a consistent lead generator, making sure that you're servicing the clients that you've got, but also having a consistent way of clients to be able to come into your ecosystem in your business to be able to join your current clients. And that is how you're going to grow your business. This is where I want to invite you to look at it is what you are doing in your business, whether you're at home, running a salon from home, running a business from a commercial property. What is it that is consistently working in the background for you to bring in the new clients, to bring in leads? Because at the end of the day, that's what clients are. They are leads. You're wanting to educate them. You're wanting to bring them online, bring them offline, bring them into your little hub that you've got, whether that be your website, your Facebook group, your email list, or into your physical location. You're wanting to make sure that you have a system out there working for you so that when you are either with a client, at home, at swimming lessons with your little girl, or on holiday, this system is continually working all the time. And this is where I want to focus all my energy into you, because I know how important this is. If you do not have a system set up, you're going to be constantly running on the spot, frustrated with how you're not growing. Once I started to pay attention to my lead generating system and look at the figures every week, every month, I really started to understand how I was able to grow this business. And when there were times that it was quiet and we had no clients in, I was able to then dive back into my email list to my current clients and put up a irresistible offer to be able to get new clients in. And that is how all these people that are advertising on Facebook and Instagram, that is what they're advertising. They're advertising, or they're teaching you in their programs how to create these irresistible offers to be able to attract customers on a consistent basis. So I'm asking you to really sit down and look at what it is that you have. And sometimes you're going to realize you actually might not have anything set up. And that is why you're getting frustrated with how you're not growing or how you're not getting new clients. So take some time, look at these 3 areas. Where can you start to self-develop? This means reading books, listening to podcasts, journaling, asking yourself questions about what it is that you want in life, and realizing what's holding you back. Roadblocks is what we call them. 2, look at your irresistible offers. Start having a process of how to create your irresistible offers. I don't know if you've seen, but on my website and on my Etsy shop, I have a marketing schedule, a little planner that I would use once, twice a year to be able to plan out what offers I would be creating. I'd sketch them out and I would have them there 3 months in advance. I knew what I would be offering the next month, and I was able to play with the copy that I had and able to play with the pictures and change things around. If I didn't think it would work with this particular offer, I could reword it and add extra things in. And then 3, my lead generation system. I was constantly looking at ways that I could make sure that I had leads coming in consistently and that my system was working automatically for me. So I didn't have to be physically on my phone, on Instagram, on Facebook all the time looking for new customers. If you missed last week's episode where I do talk about my CEO M system, go back and have a listen to it. And you can also download the roadmap, which is at jessicakidner.net/roadmap. And it will set you up to be able to grow your business, know what areas to focus on, and set you on the path to success and freedom. Until next week, I will speak to you then. Have a great day. Thanks for joining me on today's episode. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure that you are subscribed. And if you really love this episode and really believe in the cause of the rise of the Beauty CEO, you know how important reviews are. I would love it if you left a review letting other people know that they should be listening to the Rise of the Beauty CEO to help them with their business journey, their personal life, and their mindset. Have a beautiful day, and I'll speak to you soon.